I learned that AP classes are a scam and you should do running start instead. You should put that one in there.
This man!
Put that one in there.
To the music played by the DJ on the radio. The cokes are in the icebox, popcorn's on the table. Me and my baby, we're out here on the floor. So Mr. DJ, keep those records playing, 'cause I'm having such a good time dancing with my baby.
It didn't actually happen in the building, but it was on choir tour sophomore year. We were singing in this cathedral in Portland, and everyone except a handful of people started sobbing, and Ian Slater, the emotionless robot that he is, sobbed, "Come here, Ben," and just wrapped Ben in a bear hug. And that's my favorite VHS memory.
One of my favorite memories is when me and my friend would go into the bathroom and blast Stevie Wonder music, and we would just be having a nice time when we just were kind of just tired, from class, and so then little freshmen and people would walk in, we'd turn it off all quick and try to act natural. It was a good time though.
Freshman year, when I was nominated for Jester, and I was sitting in the crowd and I had no idea what to do because I heard that you're supposed to do something funny as you go down, and so someone told me, I think it was my sister, told me to twerk, because that's when Miley Cyrus was a big thing.
I really liked the school dances. That's pretty cheesy, but they were fun. It's nice to be in this school setting with all the people from school without having to actually deal with things like grades and all that good stuff. And everyone's dressed real nice, and also homecoming hall decorating. Damn, that was so much fun.
Winning state sophomore year with Showstoppers was incredibly meaningful and kind of dictated the rest of my high school career.
My favorite memory of VHS was my sports med class this year, just kind of as a whole, because it really introduced me to, I think, what I'm passionate about, which is sports med and nutrition and physical therapy, and it got me really excited for what I'm going to do next year.
I went down there, I grabbed the mic from the person who was talking, and I don't think I was supposed to do that because she was really hesitant, and I took it from her and I yelled "It's Miley, turn up," and then I dropped it and started to twerk in front of the whole school, and it ended up becoming a way bigger deal than it actually was. I almost got in trouble, but yeah.
My favorite memory from VHS would have to be the day that I got my driver's license. That morning, I woke up, I went to the DMV immediately, and I got my license actually before school with my dad. And I drove one of my Volvos to school, and it was just I just felt super cool. I know I wasn't, but I felt really cool.
Dancing with the dance team for the past 3 years, that has been one of the best experiences. You get to basically make fun of yourself in front of everyone, which is my favorite thing to do.
Winning at state for dance this year.
Our dance team, it was our first year doing military as a routine, and we got second place right off the bat, which was a really amazing experience.
It was really embarrassing. It was really fun. Don't get me wrong, it was totally fun. But I felt embarrassed for myself and all of my friends. Even though we all had a great time doing it, it was just it was hilarious, always.
Me and my baby, we're out here on the floor. So Mr. DJ, keep those records playing, 'cause I'm having such a good time dancing with my baby.
What I remember most about this year's senior class is their curiosity, their authentic desire to know more, to continue to question, to continue to push beyond the answers they're given, and really get to the bottom of things. I thought that was something I most enjoyed about this class and that I'm really, really going to miss.
I will remember most about this senior class that they were very strong characters, very passionate about what they're doing, and not afraid to dish out a little crap once in a while to their teacher, but are able to take it in return and have a good time learning and a good time performing.
They're the most compassionate human beings I think I have ever had the pleasure of working with.
This year's class was not satisfied with doing great work. They wanted to do amazing work, so they worked extremely hard to push the envelope and challenge themselves and everyone else to do even better.
Well, you know, Kenny, as soon as I found out that I was going to be the principal at Bellingham High School for this year, I started coming to events last spring and actually watching this year's senior class because I knew you would be the first class that I would hand your diplomas to and you would be the leaders of the school. And so I found out really quickly how accomplished you are in so many different areas: athletics, sports, academics, just a variety of areas. And that was really impressive, and I've watched that this year, and you've succeeded in so many areas. But what I really appreciate about your class is you are really good, solid people.
Any embarrassing moments?
The entirety of freshman year. Mostly falling on my ass in the main stairwell. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say which AP test, but during one of them I studied really hard the night before, and then I stayed up way too late, and so during the test, in the middle of the test, I fell asleep, and the proctor woke me up at the very end.
Honestly, there's probably too many to count, so I don't know.
Freshman year, it was homecoming week, and I was jumping on top of Bryson, and suddenly I looked down, my pants are ripped in half, like right down the middle. So, and I was in Mrs. Adjikowski's class. I remember like an upperclassman, Sam Siegel, got me a new pair of like giant shorts from the Lost and Found, and I wore those for the rest of the day. It was great.
There was this one time I had this friend crush on this guy, and I was sitting at a table with my friends, and he was passing with his friends, and he waved at me, and I got super excited, and then I was like, you know, really cool on the outside though. But then I went to wave back at him, and I did that thing where you whack your hand on the bottom of the table, and then recovering from that, I went to try to wave at him again, and I choked on my orange. And then this other time, actually no, the other time is pretty much the same thing.
In video productions, everyone seemed to think that me and Kenny were dating, and it was really weird. I think that we would just get in a lot of like arguments, and people were like, yes, an old married couple.
There was this one time, it happened twice. I forgot my friend's name for 4 months.
On choir tour, junior year, I ate a jalapeno. No, it wasn't a jalapeno. A very hot pepper. And I thought I could handle it. I ended up expelling that from both ends, and it hurt.
Life advice. Well, you know, at this point, adults stop making decisions for you. They don't need to anymore. I think that's part of my life advice is you are your own person. You need to make your own decisions. You need to make your own mistakes.
Don't just take the easy way. Find something that's challenging. Look for a different way to attack it, and don't just do what everybody else is doing.
Seniors in particular going off on a new adventure is to make a lot of mistakes. Learn from the mistakes and try and do the next thing a little bit better, but not to expect perfection the first time or the second time you do anything.
Don't take it so seriously, and don't take yourself so seriously. It's figure yourself out, enjoy yourself, and yes, do well in school because your grades do matter, but it's not a big deal.
I would definitely, if I was talking to like a freshman,
I definitely find a space in VHS that you enjoy. For Kenny, it's the film room where he makes movies. For me, it's the engineering lab where I make useful things. Lots of kids, it's the art room. I mean, it's important to find a community in VHS.
This is a big, crazy, wonderful world, and find it, but you have to look for it. Life's not coming to you.
Do what you want to do, because if you're following your passion in life, it's a lot more interesting and enjoyable and fun.
Always be creative, like super creative. Just do whatever you want, freehand everything.
In my life, something that I've learned painfully so is that life is short. No pun intended.
Nobody ever said work really had to suck. Like, find what you enjoy doing and then enjoy doing it. Learn to love the work part of it.
Definitely pace yourself and take lots of breaks. Don't overwork yourself.
Give yourself time to enjoy life, and even though school is very important and you should spend time worrying about it and thinking about it, you also have to spend time worrying about yourself and doing things that make yourself happy.
I think you really just cannot get caught up in this bubble that is high school and grades and all of it. I mean, it's so important to find a balance, but grades are not everything and school is not everything.
Even though like most people hate high school and like just want to get out of it, you just have to like cherish it while you can, because it's gonna be weird just moving on and leaving behind all these people that you've made connections with. So just like try to enjoy it while you have it.
Try to meet as many people as you can. It can be a really hard time, just breaking out of your groups, breaking out your middle school groups. But try and go meet other people, even like the people you wouldn't think of. Just find different values that people have. Try to find different connections that you can with other people.
If you don't know something, then just ask your teachers. I mean, don't feel embarrassed that you don't know it. It's better to learn now and then, or rather than avoid it and kind of avoid it like later and not know it on the test. So yeah, that's kind of it.
Always have a plan for things. It's not wise to just hope that things will work out. Always have a backup plan B, because chances are things aren't going to go your way every single time, and it's much better to be prepared than to just try and improvise.
I'd probably give the advice that you should just focus on school now, because it's only 4 years and a short period in your life, and it will really pay off in the end.
Just make the most of what you got. Really though, it's like, in the end, it's just high school. No one's gonna remember what you did wrong, what you did right. You just gotta live through it and just have fun.
Be your biggest advocate and be your biggest fan, and move forward in the world with love now more than ever.
It's okay not to be entirely comfortable with yourself. No one really is, so it's not a big deal. It's not a unique experience to be unsure of yourself, so just own it and you'll be fine.
The sooner you realize that it doesn't matter how people feel about you, but it matters how you make people feel, the happier you're gonna be. And also just to like take every single experience you have and treat it as a growth opportunity, because everyone's hit with a lot of stuff that happens, a lot of really good things and a lot of really bad things. And the people that get to grow and thrive and be excited about the future things are people that take failures well and learn from them, and people that take successes well and learn from them. But like really the key there is to just never stop thinking that there's not more to learn.
Such a good time.